Put you in the brig for what you've done, but I won't do it.
Talking Dicks. This is the Talking Dicks. We're the spinoff podcast of the web series The Two Dicks. That's right, the 1950s detective parody that's hilarious, according to us. Anyways, today's program is brought to you by Handley Watches. Based out of Richmond, Virginia, Handley Watches help active professionals transition throughout their days with a watch that is stylish, comfortable, and versatile. Flexible bands with sophisticated modern dials. Go to HandleyWatches.com. I'm Al Ducharme, Studio City, California, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the one and only Al Romas in his hot car. What city are you in now? You're in the state of Florida.
I'm in the state of Florida. I'm going to my gig in Sarasota. When this airs, of course, I will have done the gig, but I performed at McCurdy's Comedy Theater. Socially distant, masks, bars closed. It's all, and people are angry about it. So what can you do? You know what I mean? He's the only club in Florida that put it on his website. You got to wear a mask. You got to do this. And people are...
So anti-maskers, and I'm not going to say Republican
anti-maskers.
And Democrat, because it's anti-maskers is on both sides. It's the poor guy puts it on his website to make sure that people feel safe of coming in, social distancing, and then people are calling up, threatening him. I wouldn't go in your place. How dare you?
I'll bring the Constitution in and wipe your ass with it, you motherfucker.
Let's get our muskets and bayonets and fucking do this. Let's fucking do this. Let's go back 200 plus years and fucking do this.
Show-wise, I had about 85 people, and they were great. These are great shows going on, but you wouldn't know because your state is closed. You're done.
We're closed. Wait, and we were just talking about this off air, how a restaurant that put out a tent outside on the sidewalk with, like one wall and a roof, the sides are open, they have to close down, only takeout. They can only do takeout. And then the studio across the way, the movie studio, is up full production. And the reason for that is money because the studio hires out these companies. They hire out these independent companies that come in and monitor everything. And they'll walk right up to someone and say, put your mask on, be tested, or take a hike.
Yeah.
Whereas a restaurant, they don't want to piss off the customer by telling them what to do because they
Who did that?
Their business.
Who did that
So
song?
it's tough,
I was just
man.
singing, money, 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 money. Who did that? Who did that? Do we know?
Money. I think it wasn't like a Motown band from Michigan, Detroit. Let me see.
Probably somebody listening right now.
Well, maybe Brian.
Speaking of listening,
Freight's
we've had a
chime in.
major uptick in views on the YouTube, and we would ask these people. They need to subscribe. You're listening. You're watching nothing, but you're listening. Subscribe. Just hit subscribe.
Yeah, we've increased by 1,000%.
Yes, we're jumping big, but they're not subscribing.
Now let me clarify this. This is our audio on YouTube. So it's a picture of us. It's a thumbnail of us, and it's the audio version, and that has gone up 1,000% just in the last week or two. And the video part is only for our Patreons. That's on our Patreon page. So subscribe on YouTube. If you have an account already, just hit subscribe. And if you don't have an account on YouTube, it's not a big deal. You just put your email and a password like you do with everything else.
Yeah, we come out, it's twice a week, every Monday, every Friday, so you'll get the notification and you can see the vid. And then if you want to see the video, see me in the car, see Alfred with his AIDS quilt and, in his home. And you hit Patreon, and there's a bunch of different little tiers, $5, $10. I got to hang out last week with Bobby and Linda. They are patrons of ours, and we had some drinks. We had a cigar in the Hard Rock Cafe in Seminole, in Tampa, very much like the Borgata. We sat at the bar, we had a cigar, and there's nobody there. There's no wait service. We had to go to the bar and get our drinks. and one of the managers, in quotes, came over wearing her mask and said, "We need you to wear your mask." And then Bobby was like, "Well, we're drinking and smoking cigars." And then she kind of said, like, maybe you could pull the mask down, like take a puff, take a sip, put your mask on. We just sort of went, yeah, okay, you did your job. You can walk away now.
The cameras are rolling. We got it on camera. You're fine.
Yeah,
You're not going to get fired.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's semantics. It's corporate, but
oh my God.
Yeah.
Maybe you could do that. Maybe we could. Yeah, maybe we could. But anyway, yeah. So it was good to see them. And but the patron, if you want to see the video, go on the Patreon. And Alfred, tell them about what we're going to do for Christmas season for our listeners, our special gift for the people.
For the Christmas holiday season, we're going to release a couple of video episodes to all so that you can see it and then decide if you want to come on and support us through Patreon or continue listening for free on other platforms. Right now, our platforms, we're on Facebook and YouTube, but we're going to be moving to the RSS feed, and we'll be available wherever you listen to your podcasts.
Wherever, that's become the way to say it now. Wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah, because who's going to say, whatever, iTunes, Stitcher, blah, 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 blah.
But the YouTube people who are listening now, just do us a favor. We're not asking, if you'd like to join Patreon, of course, that's the way to do it. But at least hit subscribe. Because
every time you subscribe, we get closer to a number. Yeah. YouTube gives us more tools that we can use to promote ourselves. So with your help there, just subscribing. Now, if you're already a Patreon member, go ahead and subscribe anyways. And, that will help us out.
We need help is what we're saying.
And we need help. It's a pandemic.
God damn it, I'm in a car in the back of an Applebee's in Ellington, Florida, for Christ's sake. You know what I'm saying? Sipping on an Arby's.
Yeah,
and what is this? This one's an unsweet tea.
And then after the sun goes down, the daughter goes down. The daughter goes down behind Applebee's for some apple bobbing.
There is some bobbing going on. This is like a classic. Let me show you.
Now, have you got one now? No. Right, here, Kenny. Right in. Run. Further down. Don't fight it. One. Run.
This would be like a classic nighttime.
Right near the dumpster.
Yeah, see, now, if you don't have the Patreon, you're not seeing where I'm showing you where I am.
If you're not a Patreon member, you're not seeing the video of the Applebee's empty parking lot by the dumpsters. You're missing out.
You're not seeing the video of where I'm going to be in about 5 hours with my comedy club money burning a hole in my pocket.
With that drunk girl who sat in the front row with a mask and heckled you.
Hey, I'll take her. Whatever. Hard time.
Road runner. Meep meep catches you through. I went blue again.
That was blue, cartoony, blue, and weird. I got to be honest. I didn't expect a Roadrunner blowjob joke on volume 72.
But are you surprised it came out of me?
No, not at all.
Okay, just checking.
No one is surprised. Anyone who listens and has been listening and following along would expect nothing less.
Hey.
And get nothing more.
We were talking about this. I live in California, you live in Florida, and our governors are polar opposites, and it would be interesting to put them in a ring, like a boxing ring or a wrestling ring or a Jello wrestling or something, and have them fight it out because they're both ridiculous.
I like to see them in both like those sumo diapers, and they're both fucking idiots. But I would take my fucking idiot, I think, because I can work. You can't work. I mean, this is I was texting this morning too with Pat Godwin, who we had here as a guest. Pat Godwin, great comedian
from the Bob and Tom Show.
From the Bob and Tom Show, he's in Indiana. He said it's closed. There's no gigs, nothing. It's closed for business. I was in Port Charlotte last week. I'm in Sarasota this week. I've done Naples, Vero Beach. I've been able to at least not really make money, but do comedy. But these other states like California now, I mean, that jackass telling people when to go to bed at night or whatever time they have to be in bed.
Yeah. we have to be in bed by 10 p.m. And they send over men they're wearing black.
Men in black.
And they have masks, ski masks. Men in black. I don't know. Sometimes when you try to be funny, it's not funny. And then when you're trying not to be funny, it's hilarious.
It's not funny either. Then you go, what am I doing? This is the wrong. Why I think this business was for me? Yeah.
Get out of the business.
No,
what business? Not in California. There's no business.
No business like show business, and show business.
Although show business has the money, so they
and they're working, right? They're filming movies. They're doing things.
Super strict. I live near Radford, CBS Radford Studios, and they are filming over there. But it's like they have an army out there, and you have to follow the rules. Otherwise, you get the heave-ho.
Right.
And my neighbor is a set designer over there. He gets tested 5 days a week. He's wearing his mask, and he's doing all that.
I haven't been tested yet.
But they're very strict, and they're able to control it. Whereas, us American humans, we have a couple of drinks in us. We're like, oh, screw you, I'm an American.
Right. I got the Constitution right here.
Right here, I carry a copy of it in my wallet.
Who are those weirdos? I know someone who does that. I should probably be quiet. He carries the Constitution. It's like a book, a little booklet of the Constitution. He carries it in his back pocket.
Okay, is he a Patreon supporter?
Fuck no. No. Right. He's a cheap prick. But, he's a nice guy. I don't want to... No names. No names.
No names. Nice guy, cheap prick, carries the Constitution booklet.
In his back pocket.
Figure
it out. People know him. Now I'm dead. Now he's going to fucking kill me. Because he's also armed to the teeth. Now I'm fucking dead.
Well, he's a really
nice guy. Always armed. Constitution. Yeah, you know the type. You know what I mean?
I know. Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm not. I have a super soaker next to my bed.
What's her name?
Hello. Grown men. We're grown men. Can you believe this?
No, not really.
No, we cannot.
No.
We cannot believe
like
this.
Remember Seinfeld? They did that with him and George, and they're having lunch where they're going, "We're not men. No, we're not. We're not men. We're not men." Yeah.
The name of my first CD was Man Child.
Yeah.
I would say it's available for purchase, but some countries have grabbed it and they're selling it, and I'm not seeing a penny of it, so I'm not promoting.
Is it an Amazon? Is it one of those? Is it on Amazon or is it streaming?
You could find various DVDs and CDs on Amazon. Somebody's selling it. I don't see the money.
Right.
So. It's free advertisement, Al. It drives people to all of your social media platforms.
No,
it's
it doesn't.
Great.
No, it took us 71 volumes to get freaking some real eyes on our YouTube audio channel. I mean, things take time. It's weird though.
But we've been consistent. And this is 72, volume 72. We call our podcast volumes. We call our web series episodes.
Exactly right. I can't wait to get back and be filming some. I got a lot of ideas. I've been jotting down some ideas, and man, we were set up for March, right before the pandemic. We were set up.
We were going to film 3 more episodes. I was flying in. The lighting kit, the C-stands, all the equipment is at Al's place, and I had brought it in on a few different trips in the past and left things there. I have like duplicate stuff here, but I brought the high-end stuff to your place, and it's collecting dust.
It was also, we were going to use Havana Tranquility, this private cigar bar, as our base of operation.
We had a 1955 Chevy convertible that Dr. Joe, we were going to give him producer credit for loaning it to us.
Oh, we were set up. We were all set. And then, literally, I think it was the next week, the Rona fucking hit, and that was the end of that. The whole thing was over. Because I was getting off a ship, you had gotten off, and you were going to be flying in, and then it was like, nope. And then I think we didn't know anything about COVID because we were talking, and you said, I don't know, I might come in at the end of March. I don't know yet. We'll see how it is. And then, of course, it became nobody's going anywhere. That's it.
Yeah, I had my tickets booked,
Brr.
everything. I had it all set up. Hey, by the way, because of the pipe burst that I had here, I know you've been hearing about it. For a couple
Ad
weeks.
nauseum.
The walls are all ripped apart. My Wi-Fi was
Your wife?
compromised at one point.
Your wife was compromised? Oh.
Wi-Fi.
I knew there were men in your house. I didn't know what was going
was all-
on, but she was compromised.
I was supposed to be partaking the Boston Comedy Festival, and I had to deep six all that. I wasn't sure if I was going to record this. I went to the recording studio yesterday for F is for Family, my first time. So I go to the recording studio. There's two people in the studio. There's someone that makes you sign the paperwork. She came out and took my temperature. She's wearing a shield, a mask. She has gloves on. And they have 6 feet all over the entire studio. So I go into the studio. I'm the only one in the booth. There's an engineer like in the next room behind the 2-inch thick glass, and then our showrunners, our writers, all the producers, they're on a big 75-inch screen, and then there's a little camcorder.
Right.
It was just so bizarre. But I went in because I told them that my house was not a good place right now, and to do any recording. And
Right.
they said, okay, cool. So I went in there. I banged out 4 episodes of season 5 of F is for Family. And I think I mentioned this. I posted this. But Netflix and Gaumont Animation sent me a nice little breakfast treat for me and my wife. And I made a little meme, said, what's in the box? A little Brad Pitt action from what's in the box?
I think we had mentioned that on a previous pod. Not the breakfast, but we did there was another reason why we were calling back what's in the box.
Yeah, we tend to do a lot of movie references throughout our
Yeah, I don't remember why though. I don't remember. My memory is shot.
Dude,
You know what I mean?
I count on you, so don't let your memory go because I got that technical stuff going and I got a little ADD, Al Ducharme disease, so
You do.
I'm all over the board here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So is the house done now? Is the flood over? Everything good?
No, we're in it. We're in between the flood, the pipe repair, and now we're waiting for insurance companies and estimates, and then the repair work comes in, and that's a whole different thing. So I'm tired of that.
Wow.
I'm tired of all that. But anyways, we gotta get through it.
I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it too, and I'm 2,900 miles away. Tired of fucking hearing about it.
You love it. You love it. All right, what else do we need? What else do we need to
love a
cover
good
before we
flood.
shove off? Hey, by the way, if you're new to the Talking Dicks and you got this far, just get a handgun and blow your brains out. Now, if you got this far, you do know that we average about 17 to 20 minutes per ep twice a week. 40 minutes of nonstop entertainment.
We don't keep some of these pies. They're too long, and I end up bailing, and then I think it's better to go in knowing, hey, these are 17, 18 minutes, and if you're new, like I said, we have a lot of new views, listeners, whatever. Check out the Two Dicks, this is spun off of. They're all on the YouTube channel. I think all the episodes are there. Scroll down, start with 1, and go through. They can be watched separately, but they do call back to later in the season. They continue on a bit.
Yeah, now trailer has the pilot episode, episode 1, the interrogation, and this is all at YouTube/The Two Dicks.
Yes, number 1, S1E1, still considered our greatest work. The simplest episode, and yet everyone who will tell you it's the best one, which, it's cool, but it was the easiest one. It was a camera on a table, and that was it. That was the episode.
We revisited that style, if you remember, when we turf war dicks that we shot in Boston with R.D. Januario and Johnny Peasy and Frank Santarelli. Yes. Directed by John Beckmeyer.
Yeah.
We actually were doing the interrogation part when we were interviewing secretaries for our new business up in Boston, and all of that footage was lost.
That's right. That's right. What happened? What was the camera difficult? Was the camera problems? What
I think
happened?
it would happen when we were
remember.
changing out memory cards and dumping it in a hard drive. In that transition somewhere, it was lost. That's why you have to have dual recorders when you're doing it, which we have now. We have dual recorders. We have a GH5 that we're going to be using for all our future.
Did you ever play the recorder, Alfred, as a young child? Did you play the recorder?
Hey, folks, thanks for joining.
Remember the recorder?
The skin flute.
The recorder.
As a teenager,
as a kid, you played the recorder. You never did
playing.
that? I'm not going blue here. I'm asking you a question. Did you ever play the recorder? It was like an instrument you played when you were like
I've seen
8
it.
years old.
I may have had one in my hand, but I didn't get into it like you did.
I didn't get into it. I'm just asking a question. It was a recorder, and most kids had one, and it was your first instrument. But you took it to go blue, and I'm disgusted. I got to be honest.
Suck on your drink.
Give me a warning.
No, really, don't mess with me, because I don't come down to the bus station and slap the dick out of your mouth when you're working, do I? Oh, get on up here, motherfucker. Give me security. I'm sorry, man. The guy fucking came at me. What do you think, folks?
No way.
Okay, sure.
Subscribe. Mary.
Go to patreon.com/forward the two dicks.
If you shoot me, you won't see a cent of that money. Why?